This guy, Chad the Bold Christian, he is a controversial guy. He's always talking against other Christian YouTubers. Aren't we all on the same team? No. And everyone understands that in real life. Because I'm cutting the grass, and out here in the grass you have grass. You have grass, but in the grass you also have weeds. And oftentimes the weeds, if you don't get a grip of it and handle it, it will choke out the grass. And it'll mess my whole yard up and make it ugly. Well, what you have to understand, my friends, is you have people in the real world who call themselves Christians, but they're really not. People who are Baptists will call themselves Christians, but they're not. You cannot be a Baptist Christian. You cannot be a Catholic Christian. You cannot be a Methodist Christian. You can't be a Protestant Christian. You can't be an Orthodox Christian, because God's word, his Bible, will only produce simply a Christian. Nothing more, nothing less. What you have to understand is no such thing as different branches of Christianity. It's no such thing as that. There's something called truth and there's something called a lie. So when a person comes along and says, I'm a Baptist, you're not a Christian, you're a Baptist. And God told you to be a Christian, not a Baptist. You fully understand that, but get that to the point, like I was just saying. Oftentimes people come along and say, I'm so controversial, I don't make peace with anyone. Oh, this guy here, keep the peace. No, because the truth is, my friends, the battle is not me versus any other lying YouTuber. That's not the battle. The battle is God's truth versus Satan. The battle is against Satan. You have to understand that the Bible makes it very clear that Satan has ministers. And his ministers go around proclaiming themselves to be ministers of light. They look like true teachers, but for the person who doesn't open up their Bible and study it, they won't see it. For the person who goes around and takes what they hear and run with it as truth, oh, he has 1 million subscribers, he must be honest, he must be the truth. They take that and run with it. They put their salvation in the hands of a little man who will crush their head. I don't understand that, but get back to the point. What you have to understand, the battle is not against me and any other YouTuber. The battle is against truth versus lies. That's what the battle's against. You have to understand that, my friends. And like we just mentioned, these guys, the YouTubers with all of these huge followings, 99.9% of them are all liars. They teach some truth, but they don't teach you the truth in regards to salvation. They will all lie to you when it comes down to salvation and tell you you don't need to be baptized to be saved. That's a salvation issue. Anyone who comes to you and bring any other doctrine of what you have learned, let him be accursed. That's what God said. All of these guys are cursing you. They're lying to you. They tell you simply little truths. God's word is from the Bible. God's word is truth. They tell you that. They tell you that homosexuality is a sin. But when it comes down to salvation and you getting to heaven, they lie to you every single time. They're not really Christians. The battle is not against me and them. The battle is against God's truth versus lies. You love God. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Say amen if you can.